Good morning, Year 5. In today's lesson, I'm going to guide you through your worksheet for today. Today is 26th of January. You should have watched the first video about that explained how to find the area of a rectangle. And in this case, I'm just going to guide you through your questions. On the grid, the area of each square is 1 centimeter. Calculate the area of each rectangle. If you want to calculate the area of a rectangle, you need to multiply two sides, so two lengths that you have. In this case, because we're talking about square, you're going to multiply 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, which is going to give you an area of 1 centimeter squared. In this case, because you are working with a rectangle, which means that one side is longer than another, you have to figure out what the lengths are. In the first case, you have got 1 centimeter here, which means that the length of this side is 1 centimeter. And in this case, you've got 5 centimeters. If you will work that out if you count the squares, so you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the length of this side is 5 centimeters. When I multiply these two lengths, 1 by 5, it will turn out that my area is 5 centimeters squared. Please don't forget to use this measuring unit, centimeters squared, which is this little 2 on the top, which tells you that we're talking about the area. Now, you can use the same method in here. You're going to count the squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the left-hand side, you're going to count this length, 1, 2. And this is going to give you 2 times 5, area of 10 centimeters squared. Remember to use centimeters squared. So in this task, they're asking you to complete the sentences to describe the rectangle. So you will have to count the rows, number of rows you got, 1, 2. Then you have to count each square in the row, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why you have found both of your lengths, so actually width and the length. Now, when you multiply these two, you will have area of 8 centimeters squared. You will use the same method when you're trying to figure out these shapes. So you need to count one length here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then another width is 1, 2, 3. So when you multiply 3 by 7, your area is going to be 21 centimeters squared. Please use the same method in question B and in question 3, C and D. When it comes to question 4, in the first shape, when we look at the first shape, we know that we have a square. So the area of this shape is going to be 4 because we're going to multiply these two sides, 2 by 2, 2 lengths. In the shape B, we can see that we have got the width of 2 centimeters and the length of 3 centimeters. When we multiply these two, we will have the area of 6 centimeters squared. Use this principle to find the area of C and D as well. When you're working out the areas of these rectangles, multiply the sides that are given and be careful when you're writing the measuring units, because in this case you will have to have millimeters squared for your area. In the shape B, you will have to have meters squared as well as your measuring units. Remember to write that square because we are talking about the area here. If you're trying to work out question number 6, think of factors of number 24. So which two numbers you can multiply to have 24? If you list all the factors, you will know that you have 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 4, 3 times 8, and so forth. So use those factors to figure out how to draw the shape. When you're trying to work out these shapes, bear in mind that shape A has got an area of 36 centimeters. So to find the missing area in the shape B, you need to divide 36 by 9. And in question C, you need to divide 36 by 3 to find the missing length. When you're working with this question, just think about two numbers that you can multiply to have 96, and that those lengths have to have a difference of 4 centimeters in between them.